Hey, this is Cakes and Shakes, and I am here obviously with Shakes, and it is the first day of the second week of the Winterfest 2023, and I am so excited because Adopt Me just came out with this FROSTCLAW Fury minigame, and the point of this video is I am going to show you every trick on how to beat FROSTCLAW every time and get a future Christmas egg. So come with me, folks. That is the purpose of this video. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to teach you all the tricks. And before we hop over there, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications, because if you look at my inventory of videos on my channel, you'll see I give tons of pets away, and you don't want to miss any of my giveaways. So let's go over to play FROSTCLAW Fury, and I am going to show you all of the tricks. All right, the first thing that you do when you come in here, and you'll see these sleighs, you grab a seat on the sleigh and you wait for the sleigh to fill up. So as you can see, there's two sleighs. There's one over here. There's one over here. They each fit 12 participants. Once you get 12, you head into that vortex. And that's what we're doing right now. I'll just say, folks, kind of the only negative, and I'm going to pause the video so you don't have to watch all of this in a minute. But the only negative with this game is there is no fast forwarding, and you can't pause the video. You have to go. You can't fast forward on any of the like the words they put on the screen. So you're kind of stuck, I would say, playing the game half the time and watching the characters do their thing half the time. I'm not going to make you guys on this video watch all of it. You'll see if you play the game, but I'm going to just pause it for now until we get to the actual game parts. And that way you'll get to focus on the things that really matter, and that is beating FROSTCLAW and getting your future egg. All right, this is actually the first step in the game, and you get loaded in, and you've got to go around and find food. And what I recommend is I'm going counterclockwise, but you go around to all these chests and hit the little E, but just kind of go around. There's plenty of time to actually check all of the chests if you just kind of you waste time if you kind of zigzag around. So what I try to do is kind of just make a big circle. You can go clockwise, counterclockwise. Right now I'm going clockwise, but just kind of go all the way around so you don't miss anything. That's really the point. And including these side rooms. So as you can see, I'm going in the side rooms, and up here, it tells you how many items you've got. Once you get to 9 of 9, or sometimes it's 8 of 8, like I just got to 9 of 9, I can stop. So that's really it. Make a big circle around the room, go in the side rooms. If these chests are lit up, that means to check them. But since I already got all the items, I'm stopping now. So the next thing that's gonna happen is, and it's not Mrs. Claus, but the female elf, I can't remember her name, is gonna give you a cookie. And you'll see that I'm at 60% of my health here. Oh, I think she's over here. Yeah, she's over here. She's gonna give everybody a cookie. Don't miss the cookie. And then as soon as you get the cookie, run over to this pink ladder and get the bed that's closest to the ladder that you can. And the reason for that is the next scene, this room fills up with like a liquid that kills you. So what you want to do is, if you're close to this ladder, you end up climbing up the ladder to get away from the liquid. So you'll see there's a bunch of beds over here. Some of them are really far away from the ladder, but you want to get a bed that is as close to the pink ladder as you possibly can, because that allows you to avoid getting, I'm calling it lava, but this stuff that pours out of the ceiling, it allows you to to never have to touch the lava that pours out of the ceiling that kills you. So get the beds, get the cookie because it gives you health. I think it fills up 70% of your health. Get that cookie, and then this lava or whatever it is that is pouring out of that chandelier, or that will pour out of the chandelier here in a second. There, you can see it. That stuff kills you. So you want to go over to that pink thing, and as soon as you can, you hop up and get on this pink ladder and climb up it because if you start in the middle in some of those other beds, you can actually look over here. The whole room is filling up with that pink liquid, and you don't want to be far away from that pink ladder. So that's like major tip number one. I had to learn that the hard way. I just picked any bed, and I was getting killed all the time by this lava that was pouring out of the ceiling. But then I realized if I get a bed that's close to that pink ladder, then I don't have to worry about getting killed, and I can still maintain, 90 or 100% of my health. Oh, and the other thing is when you do sleep, it does recharge. It does recharge your health a certain amount. I think it recharges it about 30%. And so the benefit of sleeping is it does recharge your health. So that's always a good thing. There's 2 opportunities to actually to sleep during this game. So there's the lava, or whatever I'm calling it, lava, whatever that is, the harmful liquid, let's call it. The harmful liquid is leaving the room, and now we're gonna go to the next scene, which I'm gonna pause because it doesn't add any value. Okay, the next step is you get a chance to go into this room, and if you've collected all the items from the 9 out of 9, you get snowballs that you can spend on things. So if you have Robux, you can actually buy snowballs. But what you do is you're turning in the snowballs for these other things. You can buy more gingerbread. I wouldn't recommend that. I always upgrade my toy sword because you're gonna need that later. And then whatever you have left over, buy some apples or buy the ham. and those things help you to recharge your health for the next scenes, which is important. So you can see here, I have a cookie, I have the hams, I have 2 swords. This sword, the wooden sword, takes down half the power that the metal sword does. So if you've got enough snowballs, I recommend to get the metal sword, because I'm gonna explain why the next scene. But the next scene is basically killing I don't know if they're zombie or whatever, zombie snowmen. And so you need the sword to be able to do that, and also in a later scene. All right, so the next scene is actually going into these rooms, getting pieces of a bed. Just follow the arrows, and then you come back and build these beds. So the important thing here is build the beds, but as soon as everything is repaired, there's only 4 beds. And if you don't have 100% health, if you aren't, you're not gonna, as soon as the beds are repaired, they fill up really fast. So like right now, I'm gonna sleep because I only have 90% health, and that will take me back to 100. But like this guy over here, the Santa, he's at like 10% health. He could have used a bed, but it doesn't harm you to not get a bed. It's just that if you don't get a bed, you don't have the opportunity to recharge your health. So I wasn't at 100%, so I grabbed a bed before they were gone. But the beds get gone really fast. So, you got to kind of stand by the bed so that you have the opportunity to get one of those. Otherwise, because there's usually there's only 4 beds, and if there's 12 people in the game, only 30% of the people are going to get a bed. So if you don't have 100% health, that's your opportunity to charge up 30% of your health by getting some sleep. I was at 90, so you'll watch. When we come out of this scene, I'm going to be at 100%. See, right now I'm at 100% health. Now, this scene, you want to pull out your sword because there are I call them the zombie snowmen. But the snowmen, basically, when you see the red circle, it means that they are attacking you. But when they're not, when they don't have the red circle, you can attack them. And so you just kind of want to keep moving around. If you don't want to get hit at all, one strategy is just to run around the perimeter of this red circle. You'll be fine. None of the snowmen will catch you. But if you do kill snowmen, it does give you the ability to get gingerbread. So if you're interested in gingerbread, that is a good strategy to get gingerbread. It takes a little bit. If it's your first time doing it, I wouldn't recommend trying to kill the snowmen. But if you're not worried, like if you've done it a few times, because what happens is, if the snowmen hit you and they're in the red circles, they actually take down your health. Like that guy right there was trying to take down my health. So just keep that in mind. If you just keep moving, they can't get you, and it won't harm you at all. Once you get a little more confident with it, then you can go around and chop them with your sword, like I just did. Now, after that, you want to hop in the middle. So you basically just hop in this little trapdoor thing, and that ends this scene once everybody gets in the trapdoor. So let's see. All right, this is actually the hardest one for me. So there's going to be this door behind you that is moving toward you. So stay away from the spikes. You can actually go up on the walls here, but if you hit a spike, it's going to take a lot of your health down. So you want to stay far away from the spikes, the way that I am now. And then there's lava underneath these little platform things. So like I just accidentally hopped on a lava. Then you want to hop over here on this rope and just cross the rope. It's pretty easy, folks, so you don't really have to, as long as you just keep going forward, you won't die there. Now, the next trick, this is the room where the future Christmas eggs are. So do not eat this cookie from this Santa. That cookie is poison. It will take your health down. So do not eat this cookie. He's going to offer you a cookie. They're offering you a cookies. Do not eat the cookie. Also, this is the only room that the future egg is in. So you're supposed to get a future egg 1 out of 3 games. I haven't been that lucky to get 1 out of 3 games. But basically, the future egg will show up in one of these bookcases or whatever you call them, and you just have to basically grab it. So the other tip here is follow Santa. Santa is always safe. So remember that. S for Santa, Santa safe. So as long as you follow Santa, you will be completely fine in this game. If you do not follow Santa, the frostbite will kill you. So you just keep following Santa. Santa goes around. He's basically protecting you from FROSTCLAW. And every time he flips open one of these bookcases, it protects you from the FROSTCLAW breath, and it turns green. So as long as it's green, you're protected. But the main trick here is just follow Santa, and you will be 100% fine on this on this part of the journey. So then what happens here is FROSTCLAW kills Santa, throws him out the window, and then that gives you an opportunity to jump out the window as well and get away from FROSTCLAW. So you'll see that happen. You'll notice a future Christmas egg did not pop up on that screen. So I was not given that this time around. But this is the room that it'll pop up in if you, if you get one. So just be aware of that. And then on this, there's these lava things that are in the middle of this slide. Just kind of try to avoid them. Look way in the front. The good news is you can't fall off the slide. So like I just got hit there. Every time you get hit by a lava patch, it takes down 10% of your health. And just try to kind of look as far forward as you can and try to avoid the lava patches. It took me, the first couple times I did this, I just kind of was ramming into the lava patches, and it sucked a ton of my health down, like I just did there. It'll suck down 10% of your health every time you hit one of those lava things. So that part's pretty easy as long as you can do that. Now, I'm gonna zoom out here a little bit so I can see, but this is the room where basically there is going to be, I'm gonna refill my health with this cookie, so I'm back up to 100. Okay, well, wherever you see red is where, he is dropping these ice cubes on you. So you wanna stay away from the red. It's not that hard, folks, like it's actually pretty easy. But just stay kind of, all right, I am dying here. You got to get out of that red stuff. So you want to stay away from that. I'm going to refill my health with one of these turkeys or drumsticks or whatever they are. But the key is just stay off the red, and you want to run away from the red. So if that takes your health down really fast, this is going to be multiple sequences here of almost the same thing. And then when each sequence happens, you come over here and hit this button and it starts over. And that happens 3 times. So like right now, this guy, he's doing the whole red on the floor thing. As long as you could stay out of it initially, it's pretty easy. And then, you just keep running around. And, just kind of stay away from it because it does suck your health down really fast. But it's this scene, I actually find this fairly easy to beat this. Then there will be more of the missiles coming out of the sky, right? So just stay away from the red areas. If you move around a little bit, it allows you to, I just keep moving, and I find it pretty easy to avoid the falling icicles. All right, and then we use that. We kill him again, so you just push the button. I think it might give you some gingerbread. He's gonna come out and do his red. So, oh no, never mind. That didn't come yet. Okay, so now you get out your sword and you gotta kill the snowmen. So you just kind of run around, and the snowmen will be proportional to the number of people who survive. So if there's 12 people in here, you'll have more snowmen. I think it's 2 for each person that survives. You just kind of keep running around and chopping them with your swords. So I think we just killed them all. Here comes the red stuff on the floor. He's gonna then spin it around just like he did before. And when this is over, this is actually his last life. So I actually find killing FROSTCLAW pretty easy. The hardest part about all of this is how long it takes, and the fact that you don't get the future Christmas egg every time. Like you're just kind of, my helpful tip. Okay, we got some more falling icicles. My helpful tip is, if you get to that scene with the falling bookcases and you don't get your futuristic Christmas egg there, then just stop and start the game over. Because if that's the purpose, if that's what you're trying to do, then just start it over. Because if you haven't got it on the bookcase scene, you're not gonna get it, folks. Now, the good news is, if you do play it to the end, you do get a lot of gingerbread. I think it's like 9,000. You're going to see here in a minute. You're going to get a ton of gingerbread. So this is, the Thistlebeard was actually, I'll skip this for you. All right, this is the part where Miss Elto comes back and basically gives you all your gingerbread. So, like I was saying, if you're trying to play the game to get the futuristic Christmas egg, then stop at the bookcase scene if you didn't get one in that scene. See, I got 8,345 gingerbread. I think the last time I played, I got like 9,000. So you get a lot of gingerbread for playing this game, folks. But my main advice to you is, if you're looking for the futuristic Christmas egg and you get to the bookcase scene and you don't get the egg, end the game and play again, because you're supposed to get one every 3 games. I definitely have not got one every three games. So that's it, folks. That is the way to beat FROSTCLAW 100% of the time. I hope that my tips have been super helpful to you, and I hope that you're able to use those to get a ton of the futuristic Christmas eggs. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see all of you guys real soon. And just have so much fun with the winter update. You know I am. Bye, everybody.